up, okay? Those fish guts smell awful.
Okay, just hold this ladder steady, so I have to get the bucket in the exact right place so these fish guts spill on Charity just like the pig blood spilled on Carrie at her prom.
The boat is rocking. I can't hold it steady, Carrie. You are gonna wake up my parents. My mom just came in here and checked on us, and she thinks we're asleep. Well, I was asleep until I had a nightmare about all the mean things you planned to do to Charity at the prom, except I was the one you dumped on instead. Well, it serves you right for nodding off. I've been awake all night trying to think of a way to get us to prom now that we're grounded.
Well, good luck. Both our parents freaked out when they found us at the jazz club, especially my mom. I just wish I had stayed with Chad until Crystal told him about his past.
Still can't believe Crystal's gone. She was my last best hope of finding out who my parents are.
It's a damn shame. Crystal told me at the club that she was going to get some papers that would explain everything. I just didn't know what she meant at the time.
She told me those papers would give me information I wanted about my parents.
It's possible that Crystal had them on her when she was shot. What you need could be with her personal effects, stuff that we collected for safekeeping. I'll go check in the evidence bag.
Luis, what the hell are you doing?
Taking Sheridan in for breaking the law, Hank.
What law?
County Ordinance 452.
Never heard of it.
It's because he's making it up.
No. It's clear that you were in danger, but you wouldn't hire a bodyguard. That's against the law.
Oh, yeah, in your dreams.
You know what? I'll read it to you while I'm booking you at the station. How's that?
Over my dead body.
That's what I'm trying to avoid.
Come on, I'll get Sam to take off the
Hank.
cuffs, okay?
Hank. Don't even try it.
I have bad news, Roger. The woman I killed was a nightclub singer, not Sheridan Crane.
Mon Dieu. How could you make such a mistake?
Well, both women were blonde and wore scarves on their heads.
I don't want excuses. I want Sheridan dead.
The local police have no idea Sheridan Crane was the real target. I will finish the job I came to do. I want my pay for killing Sheridan Crane.
Crystal's death hit Chad hard. She was his only hope of learning who his real parents are.
I know. He's really hurting right now. I know.
So go to him, Whitney. He needs you now more than ever.
I can't just go to him, Teresa. He might take it the wrong way and think that I have feelings for him or something.
You do. You like Chad and he likes you.
I feel for Chad being in this situation. That doesn't mean I have feelings for him.
Stop lying to yourself, Whitney. Learn from my mistakes with Ethan. Don't waste any more time than you already have. I thought I would have longer to make Ethan realize that he has feelings for me, but now Gwen is back to stay. Ethan and I will never be alone long enough for him to realize that he loves me.
Call your father right now and tell him to find someone else to take your place on the project. You know, tell him you love your fiancée so much that you can't leave now and that you won't come back to work until after our honeymoon.
Ethan, I can't do that right now. My father needs me.
What, and I don't?
Look, I'm the only one who can get the negotiations going again.
Gwen, surely you can find someone else.
Look, I tried already, Ethan, but the other woman isn't working out. Why are you acting this way? We already discussed this, that I would have a career and the marriage.
I know, but...
Look, I love you, Ethan. And if I get this project finished now, we can have an extra long honeymoon. Isn't that what you want?
I want you here with me. You can't leave now, and that's all there is to it.
Ethan, look, I asked you before and you didn't answer me. Why are you so upset? What has happened?
I love you so much.
I love you too, Ethan.
wonderful.
Charity's no match for what's behind that door to me.
Oh, Charity!
She doesn't know what's happening. She's sleepwalking. The subconscious mind must have sensed that evil was near, so she came here to try to fight it.
Timmy will get more stuff to pile in front of the door.
A few boxes and chairs won't stop my friends in the basement from coming out. They are really angry, as mad as hell. Demonic trio telling me to destroy Miguel and Charity. Well, I think my friends have decided to do the job themselves. Charity will never leave this house alive.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places, and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of a bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Cut it out, Louise.
Hank, don't interfere. I'm arresting Sheridan for her own good.
She's only arresting me because I had him arrested in Boston.
That has nothing to do with it.
Does too.
It does not.
Are you just trying to even the score here?
Yes.
No, what it is?
Look, by refusing to get a bodyguard, Sheridan was posing a threat to herself and to the community.
You're the only menace around here, you macho pig.
You see what I gotta deal with? I'm just trying to get through to her and she acts like a 2-year-old. A spoiled one at that.
How dare you say such a thing?
Look, Hank, you see how that woman was killed over here tonight? Now, that could happen to anyone, but especially to a star witness against a drug cartel. But does Sheridan take the threat seriously? No, she wanders around here by herself, alone at night, without a bodyguard. Surely you're practically inviting those killers to come here and finish you off.
Right, like two men who are wanted by Interpol are just gonna wing their way to America, slip into town unnoticed, and shoot me dead. Is that the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, or what?
I'm sorry. I mean, Louise kind of has a point.
If Crystal had any information on your parents with her when she died, it would be in that evidence bag. Eve, why do you have the evidence bag?
I'm not blind to my feelings, Teresa. I just simply don't know if I can trust myself around someone like Chad. I mean, he's so angry and bitter.
Of course he is. Think about all the times that Chad's been disappointed in finding his roots since he came to Harmony. And he had an unhappy childhood with adoptive parents who didn't even love him. But despite all of that, Chad is still a good person with a good heart. I know. It's just that you didn't think you could have feelings for a guy like Chad. But the truth is, we don't always get to pick the people we fall in love with. It just happens. And when it does, reason, logic doesn't make it go away. You sure? I know that there's every reason for me not to love Ethan, and I have tried to get over him, but it's hopeless. And I think it's the same way for you and Chad. Ethan is in my heart forever. The same way I think I'm in his. And someday, if he hasn't realized it yet, he will. But by then it'll be too late. Ethan will be married to Gwen.
It's just that the wedding is a short time away, And I don't think we should be apart. You know, couples plan their wedding together.
I know, and we will. Via fax and email.
No, Gwen, that's not the same thing.
Well, Ethan, we have our whole lives together.
But what if we don't? You know, what if we're making the biggest mistake of our lives by being apart from each other these next few weeks?
Ethan, you sound like you're afraid to be alone.
I'm not afraid. It's just...
It's Teresa.
What about her?
Now I know why you want me to stay around. You're afraid you're spending too much time with Teresa.
Jimmy won't let those bullies in the basement kill his beloved Charity.
Jimmy, come back! You'll be toast if you try to interfere!
Wake up, Charity! Go home! Before it's too late!
It's no use trying to wake her. Nothing can save her now!
Jimmy's not giving up!
Timmy! Timmy! You'll go up in flames if you don't get away from her!
Charity, don't open the door! No!
Don't believe a word he says. I can take care of myself.
Yeah, this coming from the woman who almost drank the poisoned wine and played dodge the bullet all over Paris.
He's making it sound a lot worse than it was.
Look, you're under arrest if you don't get on your cell phone, hire a bodyguard, and have him brought down here ASAP.
No!
Sheridan, why not humor? It beats going to jail, okay?
Because I am refusing on principle. No one tells me what to do.
You can pout once you're in your cell.
I'm not pouting. I'm protesting this outrage with nonviolent resistance. You know, if you want to arrest me, you'll just have to carry me off.
Fine.
No! Put me down!
The American cop just arrested Sheridan Crane.
What for?
He's trying to protect her.
You cannot let her live, Antoine. Even if it means killing her behind bars. And this time, no mistakes. Sheridan must die.
She will. I guarantee it.
Eve, why are you looking through the evidence bag?
Oh, I was trying to make sure that the bag was properly sealed.
Dr. Russell, Crystal might have had some information about my parents on her when she died.
Yeah, I offered to look inside the evidence bag along with her personal effects.
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
All my hopes and dreams of a future with Ethan are gone now that Gwen's back. Ethan and I will never be alone long enough for him to admit he loves me.
Maybe you just imagined Ethan being in love with you. It wouldn't be the first time that you jumped to the wrong conclusion.
No, Whitney. I could tell by the way Ethan danced with me tonight that he has feelings for me, and he knows it. I will remember that dance for the rest of my life. That one shining moment was all I'll ever have of Ethan's love.
I said this could never be, but a moment ago I looked in your eyes.
Why do you think I've been spending too much time with Teresa?
Because she's getting to you. I mean, you told me yourself that Teresa believes in fate, and I think hearing her talk about it has made you believe in it too.
Fate?
Yeah, you're afraid that something's going to happen to us while I'm away. That fate's just going to swoop right in and wreck our happiness.
That's it, exactly.
Ethan, I love you for worrying. But nothing's going to happen. Look, I promise I'll be careful while I'm gone, and you'll be here with Teresa, so what could possibly go wrong?
I really can't say.
See, you're getting yourself all worked up over nothing. Ethan, when I get back, we're going to have the most glorious wedding and honeymoon ever. Nothing's ever going to tear us apart. We're together. Fate is on our side.
I hope Crystal told Chad that his parents were friends of my parents. Then my mom wouldn't have anything against Chad, and I can see him anytime I want. And then, with your help, it'd be easy to make Chad fall in love with me.
Not with Whitney around.
She said she's not interested in Chad, Kate, and I believe her.
Wake up, Simone. Whitney's interested in Chad no matter what she says. How could she not be? That guy's so hot. He's buff. He just oozes sex. Does he ever? Look, Chad's going to be DJing at the prom. I'm going to make sure that he notices you.
We have to get to the prom first, and we're grounded, remember?
Relax, Simone. I will make sure that we will end up at the prom and end up with Miguel and Chad. And Charity, well, she doesn't know it yet, but she's in for one hell of a night.
Charity, no, don't do it! Charity, no, don't! Don't open the door! No, Charity!
Hey, brace yourself, Timmy. The instant she opens that door, all hell will break loose. The sheer force of the power she'll unleash will utterly and completely destroy her.
But Timmy doesn't want Charity to die!
No, it's too late. She's opening the door.
Timmy can't run!
I waited with Chad to hear what Crystal had to say about his parents. Because I felt...
What? What did you feel?
I felt like it was the right thing to do. But you know what? Now that Crystal's dead, I don't know what Chad and I have in common anymore.
Your feelings for each other, Whitney, that's what you have in common.
Well, I don't have any idea what Crystal could have known about Chad's parents. I'm sorry, Chad, I wish I could help you, but I can't.
Crystal said she knew secrets that would destroy lives in harmony. But I assumed it had to do with who Chad's parents were.
Please, go to Chad, Whitney. Your feelings aren't what have you tied up in knots. It's that you keep denying them.
Chad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let you know that, I feel really terrible that you're hurting, and, if there's anything that I could do, just let me know.
Thanks. With Crystal gone, the only hope I got of getting as skinny on my parents is finding that information that Crystal was bringing to show me. I'm counting on it being in that evidence bag.
I'd like to see this alleged law that you're using to arrest me. I bet it doesn't even exist.
As usual. You're wrong. See now. County Ordinance 452. When an individual, that's you, Sheridan, refuses to be protected from known enemies and becomes a menace not only to said individual, but to the welfare of the community and an officer of the law, that's me, has the right to arrest and hold said individual until such time as said individual agrees to cooperate with local authorities. Now, did you get that? Or is your thick skull preventing it from sinking?
Let me see that.
Stubborn, combative, real pain.
You see, this ordinance doesn't apply to me.
Why is that?
Because my enemies are in Paris. They're not here in Harmony. Ergo, I'm not a menace to myself or society. Ergo, you can't arrest me.
Sheridan, a woman was walking alone, shot and killed at the wharf tonight. That could have just as easily have been you. So until that killer is caught, there's still a threat out there.
But not to me specifically.
You don't know that. This killer could be out just to kill blondes in Harmony.
I don't care. You know, there's another ordinance in here that makes my arrest null and void.
This is it, Timmy! The dark forces will obliterate Charity before she comes into her full powers. Finally, our side will have the upper hand in the fight between good and evil. Watch this and weep, you celestial sissies! The tide is turning! It's Salsa, Timmy! Fresh from the lake of fire and brimstone from below!
Since the prom's going to be on a boat, no one will be suspicious when Charity gets covered in those fish guts.
It's less obvious than pig's blood like in Carrie, but I still think people will know something's up.
Well, I'll just make up a rumor that the science club did it. The point is that Charity is going to think that her premonition of disaster came true, and then she'll have a complete mental meltdown and end up locked in the loony bin. While she's making baskets, I will be making Miguel wine.
You're forgetting one minor detail, Kay? We're still grounded.
Simone, I'm just going to have to figure out a way around that.
You know, I hate your copycat Carrie plan, but I'm dying to go to the prom and be with Chad.
Sorry, Chad. There's nothing in here. But, Crystal's handbag, her scarf, and her other personal effects. Whatever information she had about your parents, it's not here.
Now it looks like I'm back where I started. Nowhere. Guess I'll never find out who my parents are now.
Chad, I'm sorry. I know that you were counting on Crystal to give you that information.
Well, I wouldn't throw in the towel just yet. I mean, it's possible when we investigate the murder that we could turn up something that may help you. Crystal may have had more than one copy of that stuff she was planning to give you.
Say something to Chad. He needs a boost right now.
Chad. You know, Chief Bennett is definitely right. There's still hope. And I'm here, you know, well, we're all here in case you need any kind of help. You're not alone, Chad. Not anymore.
I wonder what Crystal put in here. Is it the information she had about me?
Hey, babe, what do you have there?
You're in big trouble now, Buster. The ordinance you overlooked makes my arrest illegal.
That's impossible. Ordinance 452 gives me the right to arrest anyone who is considered a menace to themselves or the community. And that's you to a T.
Sorry, Deputy Dog, but I have you dead to rights. When an individual, that's me, is confronted by an officer of the law, that's you, who is petty and macho, Ordinance 452 does not apply.
It's nothing in there.
No, but it should be, egomaniacal control freak.
You know, if you would just listen for 1 minute, you would realize...
Behave, kids, okay? I think I know a way to settle this.
Well, good luck trying to convince the missing link. I mean, Luis will never admit that he was wrong to have had me arrested just because I was alone for 5 minutes. But he doesn't care about my safety. He just can't stand the fact that I'm back in town and I am perfectly safe. It just kills him that no one has tried to kill me.
Yet. It doesn't mean they won't try.
Oh, please.
You know, there could be someone out there right now looking to kill you.
Where's your proof?
By the time I had the proof, it'd be too late. You'd be dead.
Okay, let the record show that Luis has no proof.
Damn it, Sheridan. Somewhere inside that deep void that you call a mind of yours, you've got to realize that you are in big trouble. Especially when you're walking around the wharf, late at night, alone, unguarded. Sheridan, keep that up, you're going to end up like Crystal.
Crystal told me that my parents didn't want me to know who they were. But I don't know what they were. Father was racist and my mom was a coward. Scum of the earth. And I'm living proof of it.
Chad, don't say that. Don't even think it. We are not our parents. We're people in our own right, free to choose our own path in life. I mean, you've already proven that. Just by being you.
He's right, Chad. You may not know who your parents are, but you know who you are. That's what counts. But still, I'm going to check Crystal's dressing room and her hotel room to see if we can come up with any information on her parents.
Well, this envelope just has some forms in it that I need to fill out. Part of my job as medical examiner.
Well, as long as you're okay.
Why wouldn't I be?
Listen, I gotta go. Yeah. Promised Beth I'd work the late shift at the book cafe tonight.
Whitney and I will come with you.
Well, only if you want us to.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm ready to go.
Hey, Gwen. I've been thinking.
Ethan, you're not going to try and talk me into staying again, are you?
No, I've given up on that. But you know, with much of the wedding planned, I think it would be best for you to deal with Teresa directly about the last minute details.
I want your input too.
Well, but Teresa knows more.
Teresa is not marrying you. I am. Come on, darling, please. Look, you know my taste. And I want you to work with Teresa so that there's no question about anything. And not that what Teresa's done for our wedding hasn't been a labor of love, but it is our wedding. And I want it to be absolutely perfect.
I want it to be perfect too, which is why I think.
So please just get with Teresa, okay? Do it for me?
Well, if that's what you want.
Okay. So I have some extra time before my flight leaves. I'd like to go to the book cafe and pick out something to read for the plane.
All right.
Okay.
I think I know a way to break this stalemate you're in, okay? Now, do you guys want to hear my brilliant idea? Good. Okay, now let me get this straight. If Sheridan agrees to have a bodyguard tonight, then you have no reason to arrest her, right?
Look, Hank, if Sheridan was in compliance with County Code 452, there wouldn't be a problem. At least not on my part.
Hey, I am not going to get a bodyguard tonight or any other night just because Louise thinks that I'm a menace.
Well, I am not letting you put this town at risk just because you have a death wish. Now, if Roger and Pierre sent some henchmen to kill you and they missed, they could take out an innocent bystander.
You're just afraid that if it happens on your watch, then you won't get promoted to detective, right?
That's it. You're under arrest. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
I am tired, Kay. I want to go back to bed.
Simone, I'm tired too, but I'm not going to be napping on the job. We really need to figure out a way to be at prom.
Well, my brain is fried. I will help you plan and scheme in the morning. Right now, all I want is to have pleasant dreams of Chad, not a nightmare of the prom disaster you have planned for Charity.
Fine. Go to sleep. I'm exhausted too, but I am a lot smarter than you because I realize that getting a guy is way more important than dreaming about one. It's a good thing I do my best thinking at night. Especially when I'm looking out a window.
Sam, you got a minute?
Yeah.
I'm really worried about Eve. She's been so stressed out lately. Everything is starting to take its toll.
Yeah, Grace is pretty worried about her as well.
I mean, Eve won't admit it, but being this whole medical examiner, on top of everything else, is just really starting to work on her. I mean, Sam, do you think you can find somebody else to take over until this whole thing blows over?
Of course. Consider it done.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I mean, I don't know why, but the death of Crystal is really hitting her hard. I mean, she's been so preoccupied, she didn't even see Whitney leave with Chad.
I don't think it would have done any good. And the way I saw Whitney act towards Chad earlier, I think she likes him. And it was pretty evident he likes her, too. I think Chad may be Whitney's first boyfriend.
Now, Eve would have a meltdown if that happens.
Hey. What about you?
Sammy, I'm okay with it, all right? As long as it doesn't interfere with her tennis career. I mean, Chad's a good kid. I mean, I like him. And in light of everything that's happening with his parents... Besides, listen, man, I just want my daughters to be happy. And if Whitney and Chad hook up and have some type of connection, what harm can come from it, huh? Sweetheart, are you ready to go?
Yes, honey. I'm ready to go now.
I'll be back.
You know, Whitney, what you said before? That we ain't our parents? You were nice to say that, even if you didn't mean it.
But I did mean it, Chad. Look, you're always telling me that I'm more than my parents' dreams for me. Well, you're more than your parents' failings. Besides, you don't know the whole truth about either of them or why your mother really gave you up for adoption. Yeah, Crystal said it was racial, but that could just be the way she saw it, not the way it really was.
You know, Crystal being killed is bad enough. But when there wasn't nothing about my parents in the evidence bag, that's when I hit bottom. Having you in my corner helped me bounce back. I ain't gonna give up, Whitney. One day, I'm gonna find my parents.
Teresa, you are just the person I wanted to see.
You have the right to an attorney if you can't afford one.
Come here.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Hank?
Listen, I'm trying to keep you from making the same mistake Sheridan made in Boston, okay? Let me talk to her. I'll convince her to get a bodyguard tonight.
You can't get through to her. No one can. Look, and the bottom line is I'm not letting her leave without protection. Whoever killed Crystal is still on the loose. Sheridan could walk through the crosshairs of a loaded gun.
But it is. Charity's blind.
Charity's powers must be stronger than Tabitha's lot. She's flying, like Wonder Woman.
Charity's not flying, you don't. That's the blast of air from down below that's keeping her airborne.
And what happens when the wind dies down?
Rock-a-bye blondie above the treetops. When the wind blows, our demons do rock. When the wind stops, a blonde brat will fall. Down will come charity once and